This is a garage in a motorhome, and I have avoided putting this car that I have in here for a very long time. Partly because I'm afraid it won't fit. I've measured it a million times, it should fit. Just wanted to have a sane moment before I go crazy putting this car in the garage. And I'm super excited about it because this is one of the coolest parts of this motorhome that I've been very excited about, and I don't want to tow a car behind 39-foot motorhome, so we're gonna see how that goes. Okay, so today is the first day that we're gonna try and fit the car into the rig. Hopefully this works. So let me stop there. It was not as planned, right? I did all the measuring that I could possibly think of. I did everything that I could possibly imagine, except measure the wheelbase for the platform on the lift gate. That created a problem, and the problem was the car would not fit on to the lift gate all by itself. So after figuring out that it's not gonna work, I had to do a couple things. Did a bunch of research, figured out that I could get some ramps that were 5,000 pound capacity. They are 8 feet long, but they'll hold my car. My car is a Scion IQ. It only weighs 2,000 pounds, so that's no big deal. But the other thing was, because it doesn't fit on the entire wheelbase, and I can't lift it up and then just drive it in, I actually realized I needed a winch. I live by myself. I can't just drive my car up into my house and then reverse it down. So to be safe, I actually decided to install a winch into the floor so I can actually pull it up. I have a remote control that brings it up in, and that is how I resolved those problems. I was successfully able to pull the car in, just not that first time. Here's what it looked like when I did pull it in. All right, I'm gonna reverse the car because I think the ramps are gonna go right into it. We were lucky we got the car in. I quickly found out though by one of the neighbors that was helping me out that every time that winch was pulling the car forward, the ramps were actually moving on the lift gate. I had no way to secure them in there. So there was a hinge piece that was installed on the gate by the previous owner, and I decided I was going to cut slots into that to where the ramps could actually sit into that. But the problem is the piece was too long, so I decided I would cut it. I did not make it very far because I had the wrong blade, and I went through 3 blades because I had the wrong blade. In order to cut metal that thick, you need a jigsaw blade that is labeled or made for cutting thick metal. You also need oil, and that oil prevents the blade from getting so hot that it actually just grinds itself down to worthless blade and metal against metal. So it's actually critical that you have oil to make the cut. Once I had the oil and once I had the blade, I actually did the rest of the width of that metal in one blade. and that blade is still good. I still use it. So as long as you apply the oil as you go and have the right blade for your jigsaw, you can actually cut 1/2-inch aluminum with the jigsaw. Being in my rig on my own, I feel a lot more safe and secure loading my vehicle now, because now I have slots in my gate that the ramp's attached to, and they're not going anywhere when the car is going in and out. So that makes me feel a lot more confident. This gate modification was absolutely a success. I've really enjoyed spending the last few minutes with you. Hopefully you can now appreciate what it takes to put a car inside of a motorhome. And if you want to see more crazy adventures with my life in a motorhome, go ahead and watch the next video. Remember, life is great, and remember that smile.